Time now for the Business Spotlight on the WMAY newsfeed. It's sponsored today by the SIU Center for Family Medicine. Today we're talking about access care. Christine Albers is here, physician's assistant with SIU. Christy, thanks so much for joining. It's great to have you here.
Great to be here. I'm happy to talk about Access Care Clinic for you guys.
Access care, this sort of service goes under a lot of different names. SIU refers to it as access care, but explain what we're talking about.
So because SIU Family Medicine is a federally qualified health center, an FQHC, we need to have our patients have access to kind of a walk-in or same-day appointment, and that's what our Access Care Clinic is. It's what everyone else kind of knows as like urgent care, prompt cares, express cares, all that.
You know, I'm old enough to remember when these didn't really exist. If you needed to see a doctor, you had to call your family physician, hope you could get an appointment. It's so much different and in many ways so much better to have this immediate access when you have this need for help right away. Who generally are you serving through the Access Care Clinic at SIU?
Ours is a little different because we are an FQHC. Again, one of those things that is required of us is to have that same day appointment. So it is specifically for our patients. However, I will let you know that a lot of times if someone calls in and they have an acute issue and they need seen and they're technically not our patient, we're happy to see them that day and then also establish them at a later appointment with our clinic. So we can definitely see you same day. It just would be more geared towards our patients.
What sorts of services are generally available through an Access Care Clinic?
Well, COVID kind of threw a little bit of a wrench in things. You know, prior to COVID, we had strictly walk-in where, you know, you could have people, as many as 15 or 20 people waiting in a waiting room to be seen. But now it's a little bit more appointment-based, which is why I don't necessarily call it a walk-in anymore as much as a same-day appointment. And so with that being said, we can see everything from back pain, headaches, maybe a high blood pressure to things like colds and coughs and runny noses and allergic reactions. We can see a whole mess of stuff. It's now just more we have to control for those certain cold symptoms so that we're also testing and ruling out COVID too.
Yeah, I'll spare everyone the litany of things I've had to go see an urgent care provider for over the years. It's quite an alarming range, actually, at times. But it's so great to have that service there and so conveniently available. Now, when you talk about that same-day appointment process, is that generally done by phone, online? How are people scheduling that service?
The beauty of it is it can happen through a bunch of different ways. So a lot of times we'll have people call in, and our phone number at SIU Family Medicine is 217-545-8000 for appointments. We can also have you make appointments online at the siumed.org website. And also we actually have a lot of people just walk in because they're so used to our clinic being a walk-in, and we can usually get them an appointment through that avenue as well. We normally just have them wait in their car if it'll be maybe an hour or two before they can be seen.
Where is the Access Care Clinic physically located?
Right, yeah. It's actually at our clinic on 4th and Carpenter. The actual address, is 520 North 4th. And it's in our continuity-based clinic, but we just have kind of a specialized area for our walk-in or our ACC.
What is the cost for services through Access Care, and how does it compare to going to see your regular family physician if you have that sort of medical home or accessing services in some other way?
So for our patients, it's free. There's no copay. And so that might be a little different than, your average urgent care or express care. So because you are in our medical home, just as you said, there's no copayment for seeing us. Now, there may be some sort of a payment to your insurance for, specific labs or x-rays or imaging, but yeah, it's fairly affordable for our patients.
In your experience, access to services like this, what has it generally meant in terms of the overall health and well-being of the community, being able to get faster access to treatment for various issues, maybe something contagious or something that's just a chronic persistent problem for an individual?
That's a really good question. I will say specific to our Access Care Clinic, I think that we have the benefit of knowing our patients and also being able to very much so streamline the follow-up process because we know our patients and we know the providers that are seeing them. Whereas with maybe an express care and urgent care that isn't affiliated with us, sometimes it can be a little bit more difficult to track down those records and make those follow-up appointments or those referrals happen. So I think it definitely helps with continuity of care and keeping the care within a medical home.
Again, as you noted, specifically, access care through SIU is available to those who are patients of the SIU Center for Family Medicine. And so people are looking to establish that doctor-patient relationship. How do they go about doing that? You don't want to wait until you are actually actively sick or injured to start that process. So people would like to start that. What's the best way to go about that?
Well, sign up at SIU Family Medicine for a new PCP. And so, like I said, you can call at 545-8000. You can make an appointment through our website at siumed.org. But yeah, I definitely agree. Please don't wait till a crisis to establish care. It's always easier to prevent things than deal with them kind of when you're in the thick of it.
So again, for either long-range planning or for that immediate need, you can access the services of the SIU Center for Family Medicine. Please give us the phone number and address one more time.
Sure. Phone number is 217-545-8000. And our address for where we're located for both continuity and access care is 520 North 4th in Springfield, Illinois.
And again, online, siumed.org. Chrissy Albers, PA, with the SIU Center for Family Medicine. Thank you so much for the time and the information. We do appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for letting me share it.
Here in the Business Spotlight on the newsfeed on WMAY.